All right, let's talk about that gut feeling. You know the one, that moment where you just know something is right, but you have no idea how you know it? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on those intuitive leaps. We're going to get into the really cool science of what's actually happening inside your brain during that flash of insight.
I mean, it's such a familiar feeling, right? Maybe you're in a meeting and bam, the perfect solution just clicks into place. Or, you meet someone for the first time and get this instant vibe about them. You can't trace the logic, there's no step by step to show your work, but you are just so certain you're right. So, what is that? What's really behind that feeling of certainty? Okay, this quote right here, it hits the nail on the head. That's not magic, it's a massive unconscious calculation. I love that because, yeah, it feels like magic, but what's really happening is that your brain is basically running this super high-speed, crazy complex algorithm, all below the surface, totally out of sight. And our goal today, we're going to unpack exactly what that calculation is all about.
All right, so first up, magic or mind? Let's unpack this mystery a little. I mean, there's a reason we describe these moments in such mystical terms, right? It just feels so sudden and out of nowhere that magic honestly seems like a better word for it than, mental processing.
Yeah, think about how we talk about it. It's a sixth sense, a mystical feeling. Some people even say it's a message from beyond or just a random lucky guess. And look, these phrases totally capture the feeling, but they also kind of suggest it's something happening to us, something from the outside. But what if it's not luck at all? What if this is an incredibly powerful skill that we all have baked right into our brain?
Okay, so this brings us to the brain's secret web. To really get this, we've got to look at the two big ways our brains think. We all know about conscious, logical thought. That's the obvious one. But it's the brain's other way of doing things that really holds the key to intuition.
So, on the one hand, you've got sequential reasoning. This is your A to B to C logic. It's conscious, it's step by step. Think of it like following a recipe exactly. But then you have non-sequential reasoning. And this is totally different. It's not a straight line, it's a giant web. It connects a million different dots all at once to see the bigger picture. It's not about following the recipe, it's about being that master chef who just takes one taste of the soup and knows instantly, aha, it needs more salt.
And that is non-sequential reasoning. Honestly, it's like your brain's hidden superpower. It's this background process that's just always running, always connecting dots that seem totally unrelated. And your aha moment, that intuitive leap, that's just the moment when that hidden process suddenly snaps the whole picture into focus for you. So, back to that massive unconscious calculation. If it's a calculation, what's it calculating with? What's the input? Well, it's definitely not numbers on a spreadsheet. It's something way, way richer. Basically, it's the raw data of your entire life.
Just think about this for a second. Your brain is a 24/7 data gathering machine. Every single sight, every sound, every little conversation, it's all being absorbed. Most of it flies right under your conscious radar, but it doesn't just vanish. Nope. Your brain files it all away, building this huge hidden library of everything you've ever experienced.
And the scale here is, well, it's almost impossible to wrap your head around. We're talking about trillions of data points stored over your lifetime. Every face you've ever seen, every tiny little shift in someone's tone of voice, every pattern you've ever noticed, even for a split second. It's all in there, just waiting to be connected. And when we say data, we're not just talking about facts and figures. We're talking about everything. Past memories, patterns you've learned without realizing it, subtle cues from your environment, all those little nonverbal signals people give off, even your own emotional responses. Your intuition? That's the grand finale. It's the output you get when that secret web in your brain finds a powerful, meaningful pattern in all of that rich, messy, complex information. Okay, so let's rethink what intuition really is. Because understanding this process, well, it changes everything. It means we can stop thinking of intuition as some flaky, mystical thing and start seeing it for what it is, a powerful mental tool. A tool we can actually learn to use better. So here's the bottom line. Intuition isn't magic. It's your brain's incredibly powerful pattern matching system kicking into high gear. That gut feeling is totally data-driven. It is not a random guess. It's a hypothesis generated by the most powerful pattern matching machine on the planet, your brain, and it's using a lifetime of evidence you didn't even know you'd collected. So what do you do with this? Well, the next time you get that feeling, try this little 3-step process. First, just acknowledge it, that aha moment. Don't just brush it off. Second, recognize what's really going on.
Remind yourself, this is a calculation. It's based on real data I've gathered. And third, trust the insight. Look, it's not going to be right 100% of the time, but it is a valid, powerful form of reasoning, and it absolutely deserves your attention.
At the end of the day, just knowing that your intuition is a powerful data processor, that's incredibly empowering. It's not about throwing logic out the window. Not at all. It's about integrating this other amazing way of knowing. So the real question isn't if you should trust your gut anymore. The real question is, now that you know the science behind it, what complex, tricky problems in your life are you finally going to let it help you solve?